in regards to the LMP1 program, then yeah, it's, I would say, evolved. And in reality, I always knew it was going to evolve here because, you know, there's different things, different experiences I've got, and different things that Dr. Ulrich sort of thinks, it might be quite interesting if Allan goes and has a look at this or thinks about that. And so it's, I would say, looking behind the curtains of a few areas of Audi sport and the life of Audi sport that I never knew existed before.
The catering department, you're particularly in charge of getting that up to snuff?
Well, to be honest with you, the catering department, you know, that's already sorted out. Okay. Well, that was the first job, you know, make sure the coffee machine worked, make sure it was stocked, and then make sure my favourite little Scottish biscuits were there. On
the topic of evolution, we seem to have a continuing youth movement of some young, very impressive drivers coming up into the LMP1 program. Tell me about that. Looking at some of the drivers, some of the names, are they worthy of continuing the work that you and some of your colleagues started?
You know, Dindo, Tom and I basically have all gone. We're retired. We've hung up our helmets after, I have to say, some very good careers. And at the right time, I think, for everybody. Emanuele and Frankie retired a few years before that. And, you know, things have to move on. There is natural evolution. I remember when I first came in to Porsche, you had Stuck, you had Wallach, you had Boutsen were the guys, and then this wee Scottish lad arrived at Laguna Seca, funnily enough, and sort of showed what he could do, and, you know, that started something there. And clearly there has to be a sort of transition period, and there also has to be an evolution into the next generation, and that's what's happened right now. And so the elder statesmen are Andre, Ben and Marcel, and then you've got you know, Loic, who's been in the team a couple of years now. You've got Lucas de Grassi, who's arrived in, and Ollie Jarvis, who's stepped up into a full-time WEC drive and sort of replacing Ollie in the third car for Spa and Le Mans. You've got René Rast, who's came through the GT program, and so I think that's a very significant one for me, because Ollie we've known, Felipe we've known for quite a long time. I raced at Le Mans already, clearly, and they're sort of known quantities. René has actually developed himself in a very, very different way, and coming through the GT program and then coming into the LMP program, that's the first time we've seen that, and it's something that clearly has been a factor in terms of his performance. You know, the results last year stated that he should have a claim of that, and they tested before Christmas, did a very good job, and then, you know, he was the happiest man, I think, in the Audi finale party when he was announced as going to be one of the drivers for 2015.